All right, guys, welcome to Mining Positivity with PJ. Today is the day for our Monday Mind, where we talk about something positive and just spend a little time mining. But before we do that, I found, and I think I may have mentioned this in another episode, but I don't know if I actually showed it. But I've been keeping all these skulls up here, and I didn't realize I had a wither skull in that item frame right there, which means we are back to having enough to go and destroy the wither again, which got me thinking I really want to try this idea of throwing a bunch of chicken eggs down at the wither while he's suffocating to death, basically in his wither trap, and seeing if we can't just get a ton of wither roses, because you get a wither rose anytime a mob dies from a wither's blasts. So that's my idea. So we're gonna do that. I got a bunch of chickens here. They're all doing their thing, living that sweet chicken life. But I do already have like a ton of eggs, so we're just gonna take all of this until I have like literally no inventory space left. I need a little space left because I think we'll need to be able to put the actual stuff we need to summon the wither into our hotbar. So let's go ahead and head over to the end. I'm not gonna cut the video because I don't think it's gonna take us too long to get over there. But also just want to talk to you guys. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week because this is Thanksgiving week in the US. It's a time where we take stock of the things that we're thankful for and recognize that there are things in our lives to be thankful for. And I apologize about that nether portal. I know that thing can be very, very loud when I go through there. But yeah, so it's just a time of thankfulness, really. And maybe this holiday doesn't have like the greatest roots for its beginning. America's kind of got an interesting history for sure. But the idea of it is good, which is to just think and be thankful, because when you're thankful, it lowers you down and makes you not the top priority, but recognizes there are things that are happening, forces that are taking place inside your life, whether it be friends, family, or whatever, that make your life better, or maybe make it worthwhile, period. So yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. I'm gonna stop talking for a second while I go through this portal. There's our doggo. I still haven't named him. I'm not sure what to name him. I want to name him Max, I think. Let's head up in here. We gotta come in here and get this build done too. So many projects. So many projects. Alright. But yeah, so it's a great week. I personally have the week off of work, so I'm pretty excited about that. Just getting a chance to reflect and recharge and be with family, which is always a great time. I mean, it's always great to be with family. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I just realized I needed to get the stuff I needed out of that in chest. So let me go grab that. But yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you have some downtime this week, whether that be just a one day or a whole week or the weekend or whatever it may be, where you can just take time to recharge and take stock of the things that you are thankful for sure. So let's get up here. Let me just get this stuff into the hotbar here. What if I start throwing these eggs and the wither just breaks out of the trap because of it? I don't think I've seen any videos of anyone doing what I'm about to do right now. Maybe there's reason for that. There's also a chance that like none of these eggs are actually going to spawn chickens, which would be terrible. And I think I should probably fix that floor really quick. Nah, whatever. It should be fine. Okay, so I think it was this, right? Make sure we're on the correct side. We are. Go ahead and do that, and then we will definitely save and return, because anytime you're doing this, you want to save. Okay, I went ahead and made a backup just in case things go absolutely south. And then the other thing I want to do is go ahead and just start getting these eggs ready to be tossed. If nothing else, this should just be kind of fun, actually, to be honest. So maybe like right here is good. Oh, look at that. Did he just, like, fall into nothingness? Wait, they escaped somehow. What? How did they escape? And is that Enderman attacking? How are these chickens surviving? I thought for sure they would have been destroyed. He's literally standing on the platform. This is craziness. Well, this did not go the way I thought it would. These chickens have like crazy amounts of health. How are they withstanding wither blasts and stuff? Now I'm gonna have all these chickens in my inn. This is hilarious. I'm hoping when he dies and he lets off that secondary blast, things get more aggressive or something. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen here. And I just got blasted. I know there's like a radius blast that kind of happens at the end. Maybe it'll just wipe them all out in one big thing. This is hilarious, though. This is... It's hilarious. I do see wither roses. I think it's kind of working. Come on. Hopefully at that last second there's going to be that huge blast and they're all just going to turn into wither roses. I also don't understand what's happening with that Enderman right now, but okay. He's almost dead. He's almost dead. I want to get in there before those roses start, like, despawning. Okay, we're going to have, like, a big blast at the end. Come on, just take out a bunch of chickens. They're, like, begging for it. They're right there on the... Okay. I mean... What? I mean, we got 23 roses, so it definitely worked. But... That was hilarious. That was literally hilarious. Yeah. Let's meet back up at the mines. All right, we're down here in the mine, and that really was hilarious. I'm still cracking up about that. That was just all kinds of ridiculous fun. That was great. I definitely recommend doing that just because it was just great. And I got a lot. I mean, like more than 20. So yeah, I definitely say mission successful. And I've never seen anybody do that. So maybe I'm onto something here. But okay, so in our first Monday Mine of our Thanksgiving series, we talked about recognizing the things in our lives that we're thankful for. And then we talked about, I'm gonna mine some obsidian real quick. Then we talked about verbalizing, the importance of verbalizing the things that we're thankful for. And so that's what we talked about the last time. And this, for this very last Monday Mine for our Thanksgiving series, I kind of just wanted to talk about the idea of just thankfulness and living a thankful life in general. Not allowing this to just be a simple, oh yeah, I spent a little time thinking about the things I was thankful for, spending a little time telling people that I was thankful for them being in my life, but to actually make this a part of us because it's important. And the reason it's important is because psychology has shown many times that when we take the focus off of ourselves being the everything, like we're the thing that matters, our happiness is the thing that matters, our wants, desires come before anything and everything else, we are at our most miserable. We are at our most happiest and receive the most melatonin and receive the most joy and fulfillment out of life and things when we are doing things for others. But you can't start with doing things for others without recognizing that there's a reason for that. That's more than just, I want something good for me. I want good melatonin, or not melatonin, serotonin. Melatonin is the stuff that makes you sleepy, but serotonin is the thing that makes you happy. And, you know, I want these happy chemical releases in my life just for myself. It has to come from a place of, you know what, people matter, and I want to make other people happy because, you know, I want basically to make other people feel like they have value and purpose. When it comes from a good place, then it will yield good results. And so that can be a bit difficult, even for myself. I struggle to find things that I can consistently do in life. But I think that's a trap too, is that we feel like, okay, I want to do something good. It has to be this huge grand gesture. It has to be this big, crazy, over-the-top thing. I'm going to sell all my possessions, or I'm going to, you know, go to Haiti or something like that. I don't know. It's just like some big thing, but really it doesn't need to be that. Those things need to happen too, but um, small little things make huge differences. I mean, if you literally put away $1 every day for your entire life, it's going to add up to quite a bit of money. Think about, you know, how many days you are alive. and just $1 a day is really not that much money, but that stuff does add up pretty quickly. Or think if you got like 10 of your friends to give you $1 every day or something like that. That would be insane. You'd have like so much money, it'd be nuts. But it could be small things, and it should be small things, because you know what? Small things are accomplishable. And so that's a good key just in general with life, is small goals are accomplishable and add up to big things. When I first start working out, I'm really into running. I talked about that a bunch of times, but weightlifting, things like that. But let's talk about running. So when I first started running, I literally could not run a block. I could not run a block. I've run 10 miles plus now, but that all happened because I couldn't run a block, but I could run half a block, and I would run half a block, and then I would hold my side because I'd be in like so much side pain, it was ridiculous. And then the next day I would run a half a block again, and the same thing would happen, and so on and so on, until one day I could run, you know, like 3/4 of a block. And then eventually it became a block, and then it just grew from there. And that's how kindness can work, and thankfulness can work too. It doesn't have to be this like huge overnight mega change or something like that. It could be small little steps that happen that just build a life of thankfulness. So that's my challenge to myself. And if you're listening and you'd like to challenge yourself as well, by all means. I'm never doing any of this to try to be preachy. I'm just trying to spread some positivity, because the world is negative, man. The world is so negative, and people, as much as I'd like to blame the news for a lot of negativity, the honest truth is the news shows what it shows because people watch that. People like negativity. I don't get it, but we are drawn to that. And so I want to be a person that's bringing some positivity out there, man, because the world is not all bad. It's not. It's not all bad. It could feel that way. It can get that way sometimes, but it is definitely not all bad. So, guys, thank you for joining me, and I appreciate each one of you. Happy Thanksgiving, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what you do or do not celebrate. I'm thankful for you, because I'm thankful that I'm not alone in this world. There are people. Imagine how awful life would be if there was no one to share it with. There was no one to challenge your thinking, to think differently than you, to believe differently than you, to challenge the status quos and things like that. Like, life would be so miserable and so boring without others. So I'm thankful for each one of you listening and watching along. And what I'm doing right now, actually, we're going to switch gears a little bit here. But what I would like to do is, since the Caves and Cliffs update part 2 drops next week Tuesday, I'd like to get down to Bedrock so I have a nice place to come to right away where I can see, because all of this Bedrock here is going to change into Deep Slate, and I'll be able to mine down further than this right here and see what's below here. So this will all be Deep Slate when I come back to this area after the update. And then we will be able to kind of see what generates below us. I'm excited. I never was able to get any glowberries. So I'm hoping we get like a lush cave spawning down here, which would be amazing. But we'll see. We'll see what we get. It should be super cool. And I realized I just barred myself in here. You know, so often I forget about the water thing. Like, water is like the best thing. A bucket of water is the best thing to have on you. Literally all the time in Minecraft. It is just OP. It's OP. That's what it is. So yeah, I'm really loving this cave too. This came out really nice. But guys, thank you for joining me on this Monday Mine. I appreciate you. Have a great week. And I'll see you on the next episode of Mining Positivity. Bye, guys.